XXFM.
This is Access Houston on 97.9 The Box.
Good Sunday morning. You're listening to Access Houston. I'm your host, KG Smooth, welcoming two energetic gentlemen who is here joining me this morning. He is the Assistant Director of Operations for Interfaith Ministries of Greater Houston, Mr. Henry Hammond. Welcome.
Good morning, Houston.
How are you?
Oh, okay, just fine. How about yourself?
I'm doing well. No complaints, sir. And he's the Vice President of the Interfaith Ministries of Greater Houston. Please welcome Mr. Warren Wenner.
Hey, how are you doing?
Pretty good. Glad to see you guys here. You know, it's that time of the year.
Yeah.
That time of the year.
Every year where we here at 97.9 The Box and our sister station, Magic 102.1, participate in the Meals on Wheels. But are you changing the name? Is it now the H.O.M.E. project? Or is that something separate?
No, we've always been the Thanksgiving project, but the Home project is a program that comes through the local city of Houston. So there are some smaller Meals on Wheels that get together.
Okay. So let's go ahead and break it down for the people. Well, first of all, you know, with all of the people who moved to Houston, tell them, the new ones, the new people, all about Interfaith Ministries and the mission.
Okay. Interfaith Ministries for Greater Houston has several different departments that are about community service and about collaborated dialogue between the different faiths in the city of Houston, getting together and doing things in the community, to kind of break it down simply.
Okay.
We have a Meals on Wheels department, which I am associated with, and the Assistant Director of Meals on Wheels Operation. And we have
refugee services that provide services to those coming to the United States. We also have our newest program, and that we recruit volunteers called Volunteer Houston, and they can volunteer anywhere in the community. So there's an opportunity to sign up there. And of course, we still have our original program, our relationships department, which Henry kind of mentioned, where it deals with multiple faiths in the community.
Yeah, indeed. How long has it been around?
It'll be 50 years next year.
50 years next
Thanks
year.
for asking that question.
Yeah. So I'm sure that you all are planning really big things for the 50th.
We are.
Of course.
We're excited.
Yes.
We have a Plaza Respect that we'll have done sometime, hopefully in March, and people will be able to come out and celebrate our new Plaza Respect.
Yes.
Of course, last year we added Meals on Wheels Galveston to our program, so our growth has almost doubled in Galveston since actually it's more than doubled since we took over Meals on Wheels of Galveston County. And just a whole bunch of celebration through the different departments.
That's great stuff. You listen to Access Houston. We're talking to Henry and Warren from Interfaith Ministries for Greater Houston. The Meals on Wheels program happening on Thanksgiving Day. So from my experience, and for the last couple of years, I've gotten there on the just about when it was about to wrap up. But before they put me on the Thanksgiving Day parade, I would come down and help, and we would get the people who are volunteering, excited, playing a little music or whatnot. And we would go and deliver the meals to our seniors who are without. And it was so heartwarming to see their reaction, the look on their faces, to see that someone on Thanksgiving has come by to check on them and to make sure that they had a hot meal for Thanksgiving. It just warmed my heart, and I wish I could have stayed and ate dinner with a few of the people whose houses we stopped off at. Tell us about the gratification that you all get from fulfilling this with the elderly.
On the Thanksgiving morning, that is the one day that we're asking volunteers from out the city to come out and do something nice for somebody.
Yeah.
And they would be surprised at the warmth, just standing at the door, saying Happy Thanksgiving to someone that's probably going to sit there all
All
day
day by
with their
themselves.
yeah, maybe with a cat or dog.
Yeah.
That's their only, partner for the day and stuff. So to have someone to stand there and say, good morning, happy Thanksgiving, you are blessed, and even share a word with them and make them feel good and know that someone thought enough of them to bring a meal
Yeah.
and spend a minute with them. And some of the volunteers pray with them, So it's a great experience. And then they get a chance to see what it is some of our seniors are going through, because a lot of people don't believe that our seniors, a lot of our seniors out here are alone.
Yeah.
They sit there all day long. The only outside world contact they may have with the world may be the postman or maybe the cat or dog. So that's why it's very important that even in our daily delivery, that our drivers make contact with the clients. That way we know the clients are okay.
Yeah.
And I kind of look at our drivers as heroes, because a lot of times we've gone to clients' home and found clients in emergency situation where they may have fallen or they may be bleeding or whatever. And we have to be the contact to get word to their family and get word to the emergency personnel to please come check on them.
Yeah.
So we are that contact.
Yeah. Oh, that's a great point that you mentioned there,
Henry
Henry.
had one of his drivers this year save a life, Beverly, who came in and performed CPR.
Yeah.
Wow.
We do that. That's what we do.
That's what you do.
So we are more than just about delivering a meal. We are there first to make sure that you're okay. Make sure that at least you're getting one nutritious meal a day. But with Interfaith Ministry, we also have programs where we provide a breakfast meal to about 1,300 of our most frail clients. Get a special delivery of a staple breakfast type meal, so they can kind of start the day off and have something in the home to eat, so that they can take their medicines on a regular schedule. And then we have those clients that we have an animal program where we ask volunteers to donate dog food or cat food. And once a month, volunteers go out so that they don't have to spend all their little money that they receive in SSI on or share their Meals on Wheels, because we also found out where a lot of the clients were sharing the Meals on Wheels plate with their dogs or cats.
Wow.
Because they're their
Because they're
companions, so that's
right.
their friend. They're going to look up for their friend.
So we have 1,300 animals on that program, and if you want to bring a bag of dog food or a bag of cat food on Thanksgiving Day, we're going to have a booth set up with our Animals program and staff to collect that for that day.
That's just amazing. So taking care of the people, of the elderly and their pets, because they may not have that is amazing. Go ahead, Warren.
Yeah, I was also going to say that we're the largest Meals on Wheels in the state of Texas, and we also have all the disabled clients too. So some of our clients, if you go to the house, might be under the age of 60, because we do have homebound disabled clients also.
Nice. You listen to Access Houston. We're talking to Henry and Warren from Interfaith Ministries for Greater Houston. I'm glad you mentioned HOME. Let's elaborate more on the HOME project. I see that it's an acronym, H.O.M.E. What does it stand for?
You would ask. It stands for you're getting a meal at home.
Okay. Good stuff. Yeah, okay. So, in terms of volunteering for Thursday, Thanksgiving morning, where do people need to go?
Okay, we are recommending that anyone that's interested in volunteering will go to our website and sign up and register through the webpage, which is
www.img.org/Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Okay. So.
Okay, again, that's www.imgh.org/Thanksgiving. You and your family and your friends can sign up there, and it has all the instructions as to where you need to be, what time you need to be. And even if you don't get a chance to sign up there, you're more than welcome to come out after 10 o'clock. Anything that's left over, we give it to who's ever willing to go and deliver it.
Oh,
So
that's
we
very
actually
nice.
are up this year, the number of people we need to deliver meals to. We're up about 700
Oh, wow.
over last year. And so we definitely have a need for volunteers. The 2 locations are in Houston, it's the First Presbyterian Church at 5300 Main Street.
Yeah.
It's that big church right down by the museum
Yeah,
district.
that's where we always
Main and
are.
sophomore.
Yeah.
And then
exactly.
in Galveston, we're in Carbine Pike. Pardon me, and at the Wayne Johnson Community Center, but we'll be outside just like we are outside of the Presbyterian Church. We definitely, because we've doubled the amount of clients down there, are going to need the double amount of volunteers to help us get the food out. They get a warm meal, but on Thanksgiving we also have a special treat tray that also has a cold meal parts that have like pie and some other things that they don't normally get.
nice.
So there's actually 2 meals that
Okay.
get delivered on that day.
Oh, that's amazing.
2 plates, I guess. Yeah.
That's amazing. Well, I hope you guys know that there is a special section in heaven for you all over there at Interfaith Ministries and all of the good that you've been doing for 50 years in making sure that, we are fed with the word and keep our faith and that the elderly is fed as well and their pets. So that pet element, that is a really lovely thing to think about.
You know, when I started 5 years ago, we were having to get about 5,000 pounds of pet food.
Wow.
We have so many pets now; it's 9,000 pounds a month of pet food that we have to get. We take it from that big 25 pound bag, and we have volunteers. We need volunteers to do this to come in and put in a smaller bag so our seniors can handle it. So
Yeah. That's awesome. So Thanksgiving morning, Houston family, do something nice and good for your fellow man or woman, especially our elderly. For more information and to sign up to volunteer, just log on to imgh.org/Thanksgiving. All of the information will be there. That's where you can sign up to volunteer because we're going to need you on Thanksgiving morning on a Thursday, November 23rd. So, gentlemen, thank you so much for coming on the program.
Thank you, and thank you for supporting the program all these years, too.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
We appreciate it.
Good Sunday morning. You are listening to Access Houston. I'm your host, Kate G. Smooth. I'm welcoming back. She's one of my favorite people in H-Town and the director of the Ensemble Theater. Please introduce yourself, darling.
Hello, everybody. My name is Eileen Morris, and I'm very happy to be here today on KG's show. We're very grateful to be able to talk to you about our upcoming holiday show, Christmas is Coming Uptown.
Christmas is Coming Uptown, and you brought one of the actresses in the play, the lovely Kayla Lee.
Yes, this is Kayla. Hello, everyone.
Hi.
I am so happy to be joining Miss Eileen and you, KG.
Oh.
And I'm excited to be here and discuss what we have going on.
Yeah. So this is the we're getting into the busy season. You guys has been y'all been putting on some great productions this year. I mean, from The Kink in My Hair
Right.
that started this new season, the Elevate the Power of the Arts season, and now we've got Christmas is Coming Uptown. So give us a brief synopsis of Christmas is Coming Uptown, Kayla.
Well, as I'm sure everyone knows the story of Scrooge,
Yeah.
this is a much jazzier but classy version of that story. And it's going to be chock full of beautiful singing and lots of choreography that was put together by Pedro Harris and Chika Kabal Maatunde. And yeah, it's just a much jazzier version of A Christmas Carol.
Okay.
So you'll see Scrooge trying to, and he's a landlord, and he is not the most pleasant person, right?
Right.
And so the things that he talks to his tenants about not putting up the heat because it's so bad, too bad, it's so cold. I don't care. We got to move on, and I don't care anything about the holidays. So he has this Grinch kind of attitude.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, that's a great way to put it.
Yeah.
Yes.
I like that. There's there may be some people who may not even be familiar with the whole story of
Right.
of the
True.
Grinch. So to give us that, I said the Grinch. Lord, I didn't mean the Grinch because you just said
I'm
the Grinch.
sorry.
I made of
Christmas
Christmas Carol.
Carol.
Yes,
Right.
thank you.
So
Young Timmy.
Christmas Carol is the story of Ebenezer Scrooge, who is a businessman, and he's very well known in the community, but he's mostly well known because he doesn't give out loans to people.
Right.
He doesn't believe in being kind and wonderful to people. And all of that happened once his business partner Marley died, and once something happened in his past. And so you find that really what the outcome is that Scrooge needs to go back and revisit kind of what we do in the African American tradition of Sankofa, where you have to go back in order to, reveal and understand your past to be able to be in your present and move forth in your future. So that's the kind of an analogy that we look at when we look at Ebenezer Scrooge, don't you think?
Absolutely. I think we are just trying to bring out the giving in Scrooge in this season of giving.
And we need that because even still, I mean, the discourse and the negative rhetoric that's coming from the top in this country is just it's exhausting. And I wish that there would be more love coming from that way. I mean, we're taking care of ourselves,
right?
Here, but even when you got people at the top that's talking this mess, like it does have an effect. It does have it
trickle down. That's right.
Yeah, it does.
Absolutely right. And I think that's one of the things that the authors of this play, Christmas is Coming Uptown, have done, guys, is they've allowed us to see that, but then they know that ultimately his world is changed once the three ghosts come to visit him, once he gets a glimpse of his past and his present and his future. In other words, if you don't do the right thing, hey man, Mr. Scrooge, you're not going to be around. And he wants to be around. And that changes him. And then he realizes that it's the love that you just mentioned, KG, is the giving that Kayla just mentioned that bring us all together, which is what the holidays are all about: love and giving and sharing and being with family and friends.
No doubt. You listen to Access Houston. We're talking to Kayla and Eileen from the Ensemble Theater. Christmas is Coming Uptown is running now through December the 29th at the Ensemble Theater. Story of Scrooge, A Christmas Carol. What's one of you all's favorite Christmas traditions?
Definitely decorating the tree, which comes a little bit before Christmas, but it is one of my most cherished moments in just kicking off the Christmas season.
Yeah.
I love going to midnight mass with my mom and my family.
Yeah.
We were raised Catholic, and we still honor those traditions, and I enjoy that a lot. So we normally go to either midnight mass or there's a 6:00 mass on Saturdays because we're Catholic, or whenever Christmas holiday is, and then being a part of that with the kids and seeing them do their little Christmas programs and all of that. Even though I don't have a child that young anymore, I love that experience, and it just feels good.
It does.
Mine is Christmas morning, like our Christmas breakfast that we have on Christmas morning has all of
that's
the,
a good one.
Everybody's opening up the presents. It's pound cake and sausage.
I might have to give that a try. I might have to give that a try.
Pound cake and sausage?
Yeah, so when my grandmother was alive,
never had it.
And I miss her so much. And it's so good because my grandmother's pound cake was hands down, and I know probably everybody says that about their own grandmother, but my grandmother's pound cake was so rich and just, oh my gosh, that flavor. But you get the sweet with the pound cake and the savory with the sausage or the bacon. So every Christmas morning,
so you'd have that and then open up gifts.
Yeah, so as the kids are opening up and playing like pound cake and sausage or bacon, and in our pajamas doing that. And so when my grandmother died, it's just like, dang, like who's going to do the pound cake? My mom did it one year, and then she was like, it's too much work. I'm not, doing that. So a couple of Christmases ago, I said that I was going to make the pound cake, and I had got the
recipe.
I had got the recipe from my mama, but that year, the name of the movie escapes me. It starred Danny Glover.
This Christmas.
There you go. When it came, when that came out, and he was looking for that recipe for his wife's
potato pie.
His wife's sweet potato. Yeah,
I think it's sweet potato pie.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. And so after I saw it, I was like, you know what? I'm going to make the pound cake this year.
Aww.
And I did make it that year.
How'd you
And
do?
my family was like, okay, Chris, you This is okay. It ain't quite like Mom's, but it's almost a couple more tries. You'll get it. So, that is my absolute favorite. We used to create our own, traditions.
But doesn't that feel good? I mean, that's to me what the beauty. I always say Christmas is my favorite holiday.
Oh, absolutely.
Absolute favorite. And it doesn't matter if there's nothing under the tree for me. It's just about how people make you feel. The feel good. It's the eggnog, because we make homemade eggnog and we make homemade pralines. We do that in our family. So it's all that kind of traditional stuff that I love so much that makes people smile at you that normally may not smile at that time of year.
So now I'm feeling guilty, ladies, because I told my family I wasn't going to come home for Christmas this year. So because my youngest brother, the house that my mom and them grew up in, and me for like kind of the beginning of my life, because my mother had me young, so she was still staying with my grandmother. He took over that house. Like when my granddaddy moved, it was like, hey, sign the deed over. He had it. But my granddaddy didn't pay taxes since 89. So my brother had to pay all them property taxes, $18,000 anyway.
Merry Christmas.
Right. So getting the house, my brother's getting the house redone. And it's supposed to be done by Christmas, but it won't be complete because it won't be furnished and all that. And so I was just like, and then my mom was like, well, I don't know if anything's going to be in there, but you can still come, stay at your sister's. And I was like, well, this house is for the family. Like, I think I want to wait. So I'll just come next year because I got to go home twice. My niece is graduating and then, Christmas. But now having this conversation.
But let me tell you, the other thing is that none of that matters. It doesn't. We were
That's
raised.
true.
The way I was raised, it would be all of us on the floor on a pallet. A pallet on the floor.
Right.
So it doesn't matter what if you in this room. We could be in this room just having a pajama party.
I know.
And eating pound cake and sausage
Yes.
or drinking some eggnog,
Exactly.
telling stories, playing games, playing card games. I mean, it just that's what matters.
It is. You're right, and that's why I'm saying like us having this conversation.
You should
like,
feel bad.
You've totally changed it. Even my aunt was like, "What is it? Is it the plane ticket? I'll go half on the plane ticket. Like, just come on."
go.
So now having,
Just think about
know.
it. Seriously, think about it because it's
I
life is
think
too.
I have
We
changed
know
my
that
mind
life
now.
is short, right?
Absolutely.
Too many
is.
things like everything that has happened in the world. We know it's short, so just do what you know. That's
what?
going to bring
right.
happiness to people. Go
You
ahead.
mentioning that actually brings up my favorite part of my favorite concept in the play is that Scrooge has this opportunity to see something that all of us think we really want to see and know what's going to happen. And even though we know in our reality we can't actually get that, I mean, some people think they can, but we can't actually get that. It's still a reminder that you never know what can change in an instant.
Yeah,
You never know. And just having that subtle reminder makes your present more of a reality to you. It just makes it stop because we're running around all the time and the days just form into one.
Yeah.
It makes you realize I'm here. This is a moment. Let me live in this moment. Let me enjoy this moment and stop always thinking about what's to come. What do I need to prepare for?
Yeah.
Let me enjoy and live in this moment.
Just now. Yeah.
Because they say that if we don't do that, then we miss that moment.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
Look at y'all coming with the word this morning. that was a word. Kayla with the bars this morning.
Hello.
Kayla got bars. Listen, Christmas is Comin Uptown, running now through December 29th at the Ensemble Theater. Get your tickets. Support the Ensemble Theater.
Please.
It's been around for decades on decades, 42 years. And I know you got to be proud because a lot of people that come through here that I've interviewed, celebrities, a lot of them mention the ensemble.
That's
Wow.
great.
They do.
Wonderful.
Wow.
So much rich history there.
Absolutely.
You guys should have a special or something on. Like, no, something should really be produced to highlight the history and the talent that has come out of this black theater in Houston,
agree.
Texas. I mean, because it is historical.
Right. But
And you
we're
all
blessed
deserve
that
it.
our community that our community supports us.
Yeah.
And that's the reason we've been able to be around KG for 42 years, because people say that they invest in the institution, not just the play,
Right.
but they invest in the institution, which means they understand the mission and the vision of that institution, which is the Ensemble Theater.
Yeah, and it's an incredible place. So go get your tickets for Christmas is Coming Uptown now through December 29th. Ladies, thank you. This was fun.
Absolutely.
This was a lot of fun. So
I'm ready for Christmas.
I know, right? So thank you. I know we still got to go through Thanksgiving. Isn't it crazy
I
how
know.
right after Halloween the Christmas
Boom.
stuff is up? I was like, wait a minute, we got a
Before it
whole
even
nother
happens.
holiday to celebrate before the birth of Christ. Everyone.
Everybody's so excited.
Thanks so much for having us.
Oh,
Yes,
my
thank
pleasure.
you.
And thank you for listening to Access Houston.
We'll be back with more Access Houston on 97.9 The Box.